Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into something really fundamental in our connected world, the strategic importance of English communication skills.
Yeah, absolutely critical.
Our mission for this deep dive is really to pull out the most impactful insights and the practical strategies, from a really comprehensive broadcast on this topic.
To help elevate understanding and application, too.
Exactly. So to set the stage, think about this. English isn't just, one language among many.
Not at all.
It powers nearly 40% of global financial transactions and over 60% of what's on the internet. That's huge.
It really is. It's not just about lots of people speaking it.
Yeah.
It enables global commerce, information sharing on a scale we've never seen before.
And what's fascinating, I think, is how it acts as this bridge.
That's the perfect word for it. It transcends borders. It's the go-to for international business, for diplomacy.
Right.
It allows, say, a tech team in Bangalore to just seamlessly work with a marketing firm in Berlin. Or scientific research from Tokyo gets picked up instantly by researchers in New York. It just connects everything.
And there's data on this, right? Companies doing better.
Oh, yeah. We've seen studies showing companies with more English proficiency achieve, 15% faster market expansion, even into non-English speaking areas.
How does that work?
Well, it helps them gather and use global market intelligence much more effectively. They can understand and react faster.
Okay, so the big picture is clear. But what about for, you listening right now? What's the direct benefit?
Immense.
Yeah.
Truly immense.
Yeah.
Being proficient in English, it's not just opening doors. It's more like a master key.
A master key, I like that.
Yeah. Unlocks international education, a much wider range of jobs, makes global travel, honestly, pretty seamless.
And just the digital world, right? So much is in English.
Exactly. A vast universe of platforms. So, okay, let's unpack this. What does this actually look like day to day?
Well, here's something I think trips a lot of people up. This idea that you need perfect grammar, like flawless sentences, complex words.
Oh, definitely. That's a huge myth.
It paralyzes learners, doesn't it?
It really does. But effective communication, the sources we looked at strongly emphasize this. It's not about fancy words or some kind of abstract perfection.
So what is it about then?
It's about clarity, confidence, just making sure your message gets across, even if there are a few, grammatical slips here and there.
Okay.
Think about it. An email with a small mistake, but a clear point. Much better than a grammatically perfect one that's confusing or indirect.
Right, because the goal isn't impressing someone with your grammar skills.
No. It's about conveying ideas, maybe negotiating something, or just connecting with another person, potentially across cultures. That's what's effective.
So less about flawlessness, much more about just connection, understanding.
Exactly. And that leads to how you get better. It's why just engaging in conversation regularly, even with simple words, builds fluency much faster than, say, memorizing grammar rules by rote.
Ah, interesting. So just doing it is better than studying the theory.
In terms of fluency, absolutely. It's the act of using the language in real situations that embeds it. It's like building muscle memory for talking.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So moving beyond just general communication, let's talk careers.
Yeah.
This is where English can really shift things.
Right? Oh, profoundly. It's a massive shift we're seeing. Strong English skills aren't just nice to have anymore.
They're becoming a key differentiator.
Definitely. A competitive advantage, even. Companies are actively looking for people who can, explain complex ideas clearly.
Right.
Who can write professional emails that work across different cultures. Who can collaborate well in global teams.
And confidence, too, I imagine, in meetings, interviews.
Hugely. It significantly boosts confidence in those high-stakes moments. And it's subtle, too, like understanding cultural nuances in business emails.
How so?
Well, take a simple phrase like, please advise. How that's perceived can differ quite a bit between, say, a Western context and an East Asian one. You need that nuance to avoid misunderstandings.
That really resonates. I've seen it so many times. People with maybe average technical skills, but fantastic communication.
They often rise to leadership, right?
Exactly. They lead teams, they win client trust. It's powerful, often underestimated, I think.
Totally agree. And if you look at the career path, improving your English isn't just small steps. It can genuinely fast-track your growth.
Unlock bigger opportunities.
Yeah, unlock international roles, global projects. And this applies whether you're like a fresher just starting out.
Aiming for that first job at a multinational.
Or you're an experienced professional looking to lead. Or maybe even relocate. It opens those doors.
Okay, so career impact is huge. But it's not just about work, is it? What about for students or anyone just looking to learn more about the world?
It's become the absolute bedrock of global learning. It's undeniable.
How do you mean?
Well, think about online courses, academic journals, cutting-edge research papers. The vast majority are in English.
Right. Platforms like Coursera.
Coursera, YouTube's educational stuff, TED Talks. They're like gold mines of knowledge. Astrophysics, business strategy, art history, whatever.
But locked away if you don't have the key.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Proficiency unlocks entire libraries of specialized information that you just wouldn't access otherwise.
And then there are the practical hurdles, too, like exams.
Oh, yeah. Essential for things like IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, those gatekeeper tests for universities abroad, professional licenses.
And international interviews, of course.
Definitely. But here's a benefit that often gets missed.
Oh, what's that?
The process of learning English itself actually sharpens other crucial soft skills.
Like what?
Well, as you practice speaking, you're inherently working on public speaking. As you practice writing, you're refining clarity and impact. You're building networking skills just by interacting.
Interesting connection.
Yeah, think about presenting something in English. You're not just translating words, right? You're learning to structure arguments, engage people, handle questions professionally.
Skills you need everywhere, basically.
Exactly. Vital skills for navigating the real world well beyond just academics.
Okay, this all sounds great, but let's address the elephant in the room for many people. The fear. That feeling shy or nervous about actually speaking English.
Oh, that's so real. And so normal.
It holds people back, even when they technically know some English.
It does. The key is, honestly, to just de-dramatize it a bit and start small. Really small, achievable steps.
Like what? Give us some practical ideas.
Okay, so maybe just start by speaking with one friend you trust. Or record yourself talking on your phone. Nobody else has to hear it.
Just for you.
Yeah, just for your own feedback. Or even just read English articles or book passages out loud. The goal isn't perfection straight away.
It's just practice.
Activating those muscles. Getting comfortable with the sounds, the rhythm. Consistent activation, not instant perfection. That's the mantra.
You know, one tip I always found really useful and enjoyable, actually, is watching English movies or shows.
Oh, yeah. Great.
So start with subtitles, maybe in your own language, then English subtitles.
And then maybe try without them eventually.
Exactly. You pick up so much vocabulary, sure, but also intonation, how conversations flow naturally, even cultural stuff.
It's excellent for passive learning and building confidence. And today, we've got amazing tools too, right?
Like apps.
Yeah, apps like Duolingo for practice, Grammarly for helping with writing. They can provide structure. But simple habits work too.
Such as?
Keep a daily journal. In English. Doesn't have to be long. Just a few sentences about your day, a thought you had.
Takes the pressure off, right? No live audience.
Exactly.
Yep.
It builds your active vocabulary, reinforces grammar, makes English part of your daily rhythm without that performance anxiety.
So it boils down to small, consistent steps. One sentence at a time, that's progress.
That's absolutely it.
Okay, so if we were to wrap this all up, distill the core message from this deep dive, what would it be?
I think it's that English isn't just another subject you learn in school.
It's more fundamental?
Yeah, it's a fundamental life skill. Or maybe an enabling skill. It unlocks access, opportunity, personal growth in this interconnected world we live in.
That's a great way to put it, an enabling skill.
And importantly, it's truly never too late to start or to improve. Doesn't matter if you're 15 or 50.
That's encouraging.
Consistent, intentional practice, that can genuinely transform your abilities. And please, don't worry about mistakes.
Everyone makes them. Right.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Every single expert speaker started out making mistakes. Loads of them, probably. It's the consistency, the willingness to just try and maybe stumble a bit.
Yeah.
That's what builds real confidence and mastery over time.
So here's a final thought then, something for you to take away and consider. Think of every word you speak or write in English as like an investment.
An investment in your future.
Exactly. The journey isn't about achieving instant perfection or avoiding mistakes. It's about embracing those stumbles as part of learning. Each one is a step forward.
Well said.
So keep learning, keep speaking, and seriously, don't be afraid to make those mistakes. That's how fluency happens. That's how opportunity gets unlocked.